Welcome to the GAMERamble first look video for Thymesia. My name is Darkcloud and I'm joined by
Numbio, Mrs. Cloud.
This game is developed by Overborder Studio and published by Team 17, and it's a grueling action RPG with fast-paced combat and an intricate plague weapon system.
Cool.
Yeah, it's basically another Souls-like game.
Are you ready for this?
I'm never ready for them. It took me a lot of blood, sweat and tears just to get through the first Dark Souls, so I'm always slightly intimidated by these games, but we'll see how it goes. From what I've heard, it's faster paced and more like Bloodborne.
Okay.
So we've got new game, options, credits and quit. We've got gameplay where we can adjust some gameplay settings. Then in audio we can adjust the master volume, music volume, as well as the sound effects volume. And then in video we can set things like the brightness, gamma, display mode, resolution. Also has AMD Fidelity FX Super Resolution.
Okay.
And then some individual quality settings for shadows, anti-aliasing, motion blur and so on. And then finally we've got the controls, keyboard and mouse and gamepad controller. Saber attack, claw attack, deflect, plague weapons as well as dodge, sprint and so on.
Version.
Okay, so let's get started with Thymesia. Not seeing a difficulty select.
It's just gonna be difficult.
I guess so. Hermes Fortress. Hermes Kingdom, the land of alchemy. Said that the alchemy employed here transforms diseases into antidotes. The people of Hermes were protected by this mystical art, and the kingdom became one of the most powerful nations on the continent.
Cool.
So the game is set in the once thriving kingdom of Hermes, but it has fallen to an age of calamity.
Okay. In the beginning, people thought it was just another infectious disease. It wasn't until the livestock began dying and those who had been infected began shrieking out in pain that they realized a deadly plague had befallen them. The various kingdoms tried to fend off the sickness and ghastly creatures, but their efforts were futile and despair engulfed the entire continent. Hermes' kingdom, founded atop a colossal tree, quickly rose to power due to their use of a miraculous alchemical science which was able to turn the plague into a cure. As the plague ravaged the lands, they relied on this alchemy to light the blessed flame. But where there is light, there will always be shadow. Quite ominous.
Yeah. Basic controls, so we're using the left analog stick to move Corvus and press it down to sprint. You can also use the right analog stick to look around and A to interact with objects, and use that to open the pause menu. You can review all tutorials in collection.
Cool.
So this would be our protagonist then, Corvus.
Look at that plague mask.
Crow-like. There's a wicked looking saber he's wielding there, as well as a dagger it looks like.
Ah, awesome.
Okay, I see various glowy bits everywhere. What do we have here? Administrative order.
Due to the recent epidemic outbreak, Hermes' kingdom is declaring a state of emergency. All citizens must abide by the following orders. 1. All citizens are forbidden from going out. Essential supplies will be distributed by the knights. 2. Any sightings of plague-like symptoms or mutations must be immediately reported to the knights to be dealt with. 3. Any corpses or unclean objects must be handed over to the relevant personnel for incineration and purification. Effective date? Immediately.
Okay, sounds pretty serious.
Yeah, very strict rules.
Crumpled up piece of paper.
Follow the commands and search for the cores.
Okay. Is that a friendly citizen? Saber attack, wounds and execution. Use right button to perform a saber attack. Use B to dodge enemy attacks. Saber attacks deal damage to the enemy and leave wounds on them. Wounds are temporary and will heal after a short period if no more damage is inflicted. Enemy's health and wounds are both zeroed or become dazed. Approach the dazed enemy and use the right button to execute them. Okay, so wounds and health. So that means you can't drag out combat or enemies will basically recover.
And that's not
So, looks like his health is down, but his wounds are not sufficient yet. Not execution. Okay.
Whoa. Okay.
Brutal.
Yeah,
Its visual style reminds me a bit of a Plague's Tale.
very
I
much.
think just this gloomy,
Yeah.
plague-ridden environments. I'm going to ask if you're friendly. I see the axe.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Vicious. But unlike a Plague's Tale, this is not stealth. It's just like killing everything in sight.
Yeah. Deflect. Use the left button just before the enemy attacks hit Corvus to deflect it. Deflecting an enemy attack damages the enemy and negates any damage to Corvus. Yes, but if your timing is off, you eat a attack right in the face. Paper on the ground 1.
A deadly silence hangs over the streets, and the city is completely sealed off. There is no food to be found, nor any water.
I would say no clean water. Wading
There's
through
mud, but
muddy water here. Shall I try to deflect?
okay, give it a go.
Deflected one, which you followed up with another attack. It looks like. I think I'll be making more use of dodge than deflect.
Don't deflect. So you don't want to take any chances.
Usually the safer option. Lock on. Face an enemy and use the right analog stick to lock on. Locked on enemies will stay in the center of Corvus' side. When locked on, move it left or right to change target. Okay, that's useful. Should have realized that earlier.
Oh.
One at a time, please. Oh, what was that? Potion. I have to press up to use a potion. Let's try that. Okay.
Looks like on the
Surprised
right.
that survived that long without having to resort to potions. Key to the plaza. What is waiting for me in the plaza?
I don't know. That one looks a bit bigger. It's got green stuff growing out of it.
A very big axe.
Yeah.
Okay, well that is Thymesia. Guess we're gonna have to go face whatever this is.
See the bottom right corner is the potion, so you've got 2 out of 3.
2 left. Claw attack. Press right trigger to perform a claw attack. The claw attack deals a lot of damage to enemy wounds and prevents them from healing. Okay, so I guess I need to mix things up. Doesn't have any wounds yet.
Same with you.
Claw
Got a
attack.
shield and everything. Ooh.
Don't just try to kick me. Oh, okay, he managed.
This is very timing based.
Yep.
Ooh, okay.
Obtaining a plague weapon. Each enemy has a unique plague weapon and Corvus can reeve this for his own use. Hold right trigger to fully charge Corvus' claw and release to reeve a plague weapon. Reeve deals even more damage to enemy wounds and prevents them from healing. Corvus is vulnerable while charging his claws. It's safer to perform on dazed enemies.
Okay, he's pretty dazed.
Yeah. Oh, what?
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay.
Casting a reeved plague weapon. Use Y to cast a reeved plague weapon. Reeved plague weapons can only be used once.
Oh.
Corvus has super armor when casting plague weapons, but still takes damage.
So you better save that for a vicious enemy.
Where these two came from, but they just caused me to waste my plague weapon, unfortunately. To you. Do you have anything that
You get it.
looks like it? Small little axe. On the looks of
Well, at least it will be.
it. Anonymous Soldier's Diary 1.
The King's Dagger and the Grey Armor, they are a last hope. They led the survivors and tried to make things right. The infected corpses were burned to purify them of the sickness.
Pretty grim stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, on we go. Doesn't look like there's any secrets or things hidden away. Something glowing over
Ooh,
there.
what's that?
Beacon. Resting at a beacon will save current progress, refill potions, and restore health and energy. Resting at a beacon will also resurrect most enemies.
Okay.
Okay, that's another
So-
staple of the Souls-like genre.
Comes at a price.
Comes at a price. So, found a beacon. Let's rest. Looks like we can also level up, unlock talons, plague weapons, potions, use Forgotten Feather, and seize recall at these
Cool.
beacons, none of which I've unlocked so far. That's interesting. Okay, here we go. No.
Is that just
Sinister figure waiting at the end of a
cemetery or something?
passage. Never good.
Pillars.
Critical attacks and feather attack. When a green light appears before an enemy attack, they will perform a critical attack that cannot be deflected. Instead, Corvus must move out of range or use a feather attack. Use left trigger to throw a feather and interrupt the enemy attack just before the enemy's critical attack hits Corvus. Corvus will regenerate thrown feathers over time. The feathers will also leave wounds on enemy and stop them from healing for a while.
Okay, so look out for green.
Yeah. Oh, this guy has got a very big
Sword.
sword. Nah.
Put them.
Oh, I dodged straight into that.
Ooh. Spinning attack of his is
Health is not looking
vicious.
so good.
Oh, potion.
Oh, he anticipated that.
You throw a feather. No.
Feather.
Yeah. It happened so quickly. Like,
Oh, did you get me?
Yes, the potion.
I couldn't get away. If I used the potion there, I would have been dead anyway. Okay, so these bosses or whatever that is no joke. I'm probably going to be back at the beacon. Memory shards. When Corvus' health reaches 0, his memory is interrupted and converted into memory shards. Corvus can retrieve his lost memory shards at the location where his memory was interrupted. Corvus will acquire memory shards from defeating enemies. Memory shards are used to level up Corvus at beacons or by walking to Azmi.
Okay, it's Azmi.
I don't know. To find out, but yeah, I didn't want to lose my memory shards, which is now currently behind this
Okay.
vicious person. Like this back, please.
There. Yeah, that was cool.
Clearly.
Oh.
But he's half done, but his wounds are still.
Allow him to heal now.
Gotcha.
Whoa, well
Yeah,
done.
let's take that big sword away from him. Thank you.
Yeah.
So we got a key to the cemetery now. Be saving that large sword for whatever waits there.
So gloomy.
Now the question is, what we have here. The resident's diary.
How did this all begin? They said that an accident occurred on the day of the king's birthday. Previously, the plague was only spreading outside the kingdom, but after the outbreak, all have gone mad.
Okay, that would explain why they're attacking me. I just want to see. Yeah, we've got some stats over here. Shows the plague weapons, potions, and so on, as well as Corvus' level, which is currently 1.
Okay.
Got some talents here, items, collection, options, and then quit. Okay. Not seeing any more of those beacons. I wonder if I can go back and level up yet. Looks like I've got 943 memories or whatever those are.
Yeah, but if you go to the beacon, this previous enemy might respawn.
Oh, that does not look good.
Ooh.
That's, yeah. Let's see what's this way. You can see that this place is actually built inside a tree or something.
Must be one massive tree.
Yeah. And down here,
Trail of
there's
blood
lots of bodies.
and bodies. It also does not bode well.
Oh, there's a spear-wielding person hanging out over there. Okay, so shall we risk going through those gates?
I guess.
2 out of 3 potions. I don't know if that's going to be enough. Oh, I see figures in the mist.
Turn around.
That is a big person. Can I sneak attack? No.
Eye patch, never a good thing.
That's the finish him. He's not worth my time. But,
Whoa.
okay, I don't think 2 potions are going to be enough. Hopefully, Oh, I was about to say hopefully he's as slow as he's big, but... No.
Ooh.
He hits hard.
Yeah, he looks like a one-hit kill person to me. Ooh.
That's the end of all my potions.
Oh.
Even scratching him. Oh, okay, that looked very painful.
Ouch.
Okay. At Philosopher's Hill. Hermes' kingdom is built on top of a colossal tree. When national issues became too overwhelming, kings of past generations would retreat to the core of this mystical forest. Legend has it that there they can access the wisdom of their ancestors. As such, it's been given the name Philosopher's Hill.
Okay.
I'm still alive.
What's that? Where is he?
Oh, it's Azumi.
Corvus, you're finally awake. I was worried about you. You were badly hurt. Luckily you made it back in time. Corvus, do you remember what you did? You need the right formula to use Hermes' answer. It appears that the injury caused you to lose your memory, so perhaps it would be helpful to start with a description of what you still remember. Come back when you've got your memories in order. Until then, you can walk around. It might help jog your memory.
Okay, guess this is some sort of hub or something.
This whole memory thing reminds me a little bit of Assassin's Creed.
True. Well, the name of this game, Thymesia, I think it also has something to do in Greek with memories. Map menu. Corvus can recall his memories by revisiting locations and quests in the map. More memories and locations are unlocked when Corvus starts to remember. What will he remember? This looks peaceful. Guess this is a good place to end the video. After my vicious beating at the hands of that giant knight. They will probably have to go back and face now. Yeah, this is Thymesia. It's out on the Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5 as well as PC. So if you enjoy these types of Souls-like games,
With no difficulty setting.
well, that's pretty standard, then yeah, you've got your challenge waiting for you right here in Thymesia. Looks pretty good and plays quite well for an indie title. Really holding its own against the big names, I would say. But yeah, we'll leave it up to more experienced players to really delve into the intricacies of the combat and all of that. But from my point of view, seems very decent.
Cool.
Tough but fair. Yeah, thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Remember to like, subscribe, and share if you enjoy our videos.
Until next time.
Bye.